Welcome, Dr. Tronic, to the stream. And yeah, we're going to go ahead starting with the questions. First and foremost, how did you decide on what you were going to make for the jam?
Well, I got together with Apfel on Eggy.io, and we went through every genre we could think of and tried to think of an idea how the theme of size does matter would fit into that genre. Like with platformer, we had the idea that you make a platformer where you can change your size to solve puzzles, or tower defense. Different sized enemies take different paths. And the idea we like the most is survival, where you have to go on fire to survive. So that was our strategy.
Right. So, what do did I just make a fire?
That's your main fire. This is what you mainly use for survival.
Okay.
It's like your home fire.
Okay, how do I close this?
E.
Oh, okay. Okay, so staying near the fire, and am I dying? Like, sorry, I'm just a little confused.
Yeah, I guess it's a little confusing. There's no tutorial. Maybe, did you read the HTML instructions?
I did not. I should have. Okay, so
Maybe that will help.
Yes, I will read through this really quickly. But sorry. Okay, survive in a cold wasteland by gathering wood and magic gems. Tab through, check fire levels. E is inventory. Q is quick eat. F is sit during blizzard. Left shift is 5x click. Oh, like multiplying the amount that you're doing. Collect wood and burn it for bigger flames. Make fire kits at a fireplace. Use fire kits by pressing E on an empty area and then use fire kits to create new fires, expand your reach. Okay. Let me see if I can get a better understanding of the game. Okay, so I go up to one of these and then how do I actually craft something?
With these plus signs, you can just throw wood into the fire.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's doing that, and then plus wood. So do I need to make a fire kit? Do I not have one?
And you can make fire kits at your main fire with like 5 wood, and then you can use these fires on new fires you can build to light them up.
How do I make the fire kit?
The lowest left button is make. They can use 5 wood to make a fire kit. Like in your inventory. Now you have
okay.
one fire kit. Now you can go to the other fire and use that kit.
Okay, so these buttons down here are dedicated to the make/use fire kit.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. The UI doesn't really say much, but it works.
Yeah, I think I'm getting the idea of it now. So we're feeding. Well, this fire's still got 6 wood in it, and then if I press tab, then I can see. Okay, so this is adding wood to the fire, and then if I go back to this fire, blizzard is forming. Get home. Ooh, well, I hope I'm home. And then this is feeding this fire. Okay, so it's not just about. All right.
Yeah, also on the right is your health, and if you press Q, you can eat berries in your inventory to regain life. And now there's a blizzard.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you're dead.
Okay, I don't think this is going to be a game that I necessarily get very far in, at least at first. Like, it's going to take me a while to figure out the mechanics, but I don't want to let that get in the way of the questions. So, sorry, did you have any more that you were going to say about how it was that you decided on? It sounds like you had some inspiration from Don't Starve and Frostpunk.
The general game just follows the world gets colder and colder over time. That's like from Frostpunk, and the style of survival is like from Don't Starve. So that's our 2 inspirations.
Right. Okay, so this is just, yeah, I see what you mean, like walking to an open space, and then this is using the fire, and I'm trying to keep myself. What is the good temperature that I should be keeping myself at?
83 degrees. Like, we use body temperature.
Oh, okay, so that's why...
The bar is like your body temperature, and as long as you're in the green area of the bar, that's fine.
Okay, wow, so I really need to top this bar way up. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. Because I think like 37.5 degrees Celsius is like body temperature, something around there?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess adding Fahrenheit would be nice too.
Well, I'm used to Celsius because I'm here in Canada.
Ah, okay.
Oh boy. But I think that far beyond any chance of expanding here, I'm just going to... I don't know. Oh, and there's the blizzard, and I just lost a fire. Oh my goodness. So, wow. Are you trying to like just continually expand outward?
The further out you're from your main fire, the bigger the trees get, and then you get more wood and can survive better.
Oh no, why
Also,
am I dying?
magic gems are outside of your area, and these gems upgrade your fire.
Okay. Sit with F. Well, I'm dying though. I just died.
The game is a bit hard.
So what was I supposed to do to not die there?
Just have more wood, be better prepared.
So does being in a blizzard just use up more fire? Or use up wood faster?
The blizzard makes the world temporarily extremely cold,
Okay.
and it extinguishes all tiny fires, like only the main fire can survive the blizzard. All other
Oh,
fires
wow.
get blown out, but you can relight them.
Okay. My goodness. Well, like I said, I'm probably not going to get very far, but I'll keep trying. All right. So, what was your development process like for the game?
The development process? Well,
Yeah.
main idea of like you have your main fire and collect wood was there from the start, even our prototype had like trees and the main fire. So the main idea was easy to implement, I could say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what our process really was. We kind of had an idea from the start and just worked on that.
Okay, so like, how did you actually like get started on it? Like, what was the first thing that you implemented?
Well, the first thing we implemented is like the trees.
Mhm.
You can chop down the trees, and there's the main fire. That was like the
Right.
basic prototype version of the game.
Okay.
And as soon as the prototype was finished and we were happy with that, Apfel did all the coding, and I started work on the sprites and sounds and stuff.
All right. And then, so like, what were the like various layers to like? How did you build out the game from the sort of main fire mechanic?
Well, first we made a word generation, or Apfel made a word generation with Perlin noise, and we implemented the theme of the size, like trees get bigger on the outside, and then we got the idea that you have to build more fires, like get further out from your main fire and get stronger resources, like get stronger over time. So that was mainly Apfel's idea with the word generation. And we kind of built on that.
Okay, and then how do I survive the blizzard? Sit with F. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So I was trying to press F before and it wasn't doing anything. Okay, so the blizzard, you just kind of have to suffer through a cold temperature and hope that you can eat enough to stave it off.
Yes. The blizzard is like a test of did you prepare good enough.
Okay. All right. I think I'm starting to get the idea of how this is supposed to work. So, okay, good. And then, is there necessarily an end state in the game, or is it just a matter of like how long you can survive?
There's no end. There's endless survival. we wanted to add a like story and an end, but we didn't have time for that, so we cut that out.
Okay. Ooh. So, how come my temperature is maxing out? Do I have to just... Oh, okay, because the fire is dead, that's why. Well, no, the fire's got plenty of wood in it, but I'm still getting colder.
I think you made a new fire, like put all the wood on the fire on the right.
Oh, is there a separate fire?
Yeah, you build a tiny new fire on the right. Like
Oh, this is
the
this little
wood's
one
there.
here? So how do I add fire to my main fire here and not the little one?
Just press E on the main fire, like where the UI is. That's what
Yeah.
fire you're looking at.
Okay. I guess... Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was just confused by... Well, I think I'm probably gonna die to this blizzard. Oh boy, this is really challenging. So how far can you get in the game yourself?
I myself can get to a point where the fires become miniature suns, like where it's 1500 degrees hot, because it's not really balanced for late game.
And I can't even leave the starting area. Wow.
So at some point the crystals make you so overpowered that you're dying from overheating.
Yeah, I did see the bar that was up there, and I was wondering, like, how is that even possible to, like, be too warm in this game? Because, like, here I am at the starting fire, and I'm gonna die again because I can't get 2 steps away from it. Yeah, that's it for me. Wow. Okay. Can you give me like a suggestion of like what I should be doing differently? Because I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Well, the main suggestion I could give is to go further away from your main fire, because there's better trees and more wood, so you can build more fire further out.
Okay. So I should be exploring more. It just seems like I die really quickly when I go too far away from the main tree. Too far away from the main fire, which is, I guess, is why I should sort of be more aggressively building new fires and exploring.
Yeah, also you can explore time in the darkness. You can hang your fire in the darkness and then make that your new main point.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out a little bit. Could you repeat that?
So, you can survive a time in the dark area, so you can really relatively
I still don't think I can hear you properly.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if you can hear me clearly, but
yeah, I can.
okay, yeah, now it looks like it's working.
I guess I'll repeat that again.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, if you could.
You can push aggressively into the dark area because your body temperature doesn't instantly drop to the point the ambient temperature is, so you can really aggressively push at the start.
Right. I mean, I'm guessing your body temperature is the other like blue line there.
Yeah. The like white line is the prediction where your body temperature will end up, and the actual bar is what your body temperature is currently regulated to.
Okay. Yeah, and you're taking damage as long as it's underneath a certain value. Oh boy, and then there's immediately a blizzard and I have to push back. Wow. Do I even have enough wood to make it through the blizzard? Probably not. Alright, well, I'll try. Okay, and then do you have to wait for the blizzard to start to be able to press F to sit down?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm pressing F and I can't sit.
Also, you have to get really close to the fire.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably still gonna die. Wow, okay, I can't, So, I don't know, I guess this is kind of an issue in that there's clearly a lot more to this game, and yet I'm just hit with this complete wall of difficulty, and yet it sounds like on the other side of it, you can get pretty far pretty quickly. Like, have you seen other people play the game at this point?
Not yet. So this is actually really great feedback.
Yeah, because I think that the beginning of the game, like, obviously there's something that I'm not understanding about the way that the game is supposed to be played that means that when you play the game, you have no problem with it. But for me, there's something critical that I'm not understanding about how you're supposed to play. So like I wouldn't say to make it easier, because obviously for you it's too easy. But something about the actual play style itself needs to be modified so that someone who is a new player like me gets a better understanding of the fundamentals of the experience. Because I gotta say, my main problem with the game, with understanding like how, like I never want to progress, because it feels like if I take a few steps away from my fire, then the ambient temperature goes down and my body temperature starts to go down, and then I start to lose health. So I'm always kind of like hovering as close to the fire as I can, and I never feel like my core temperature rises high enough so that I can survive taking a few steps away from the fire. And then the moment that I do, then a blizzard starts, and then I have to rush back to my main fire, and that's it. So, oh, interesting. I stayed on the title screen long enough, and all the little fires went out.
Yeah, that's a little secret.
So yeah, like SK Vader is suggesting that the blizzard should come later, like the Hounds and Don't Starve. But on the other hand, it sounds like the game is easy enough for you to play that like it makes sense to have the blizzard happen very quickly early on, because if it doesn't, then it's just way too easy to progress at the beginning of the game.
Well, I guess the game lacks a beginner-friendly introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Like it throws you into the main game directly. You have to survive from the get-go.
Yeah.
And the starting fire isn't even enough to keep you alive. So, yeah, maybe a safer start.
What's the actual range of where you can stand near the fire that will proportionally... this is interesting. I'm both cutting down a tree and putting wood on the fire. So how close do you have to stand to the fire? Okay. So you have to be pretty close to the fire in order to like get benefit from it.
Yeah. The further away, the weaker the fire effect gets.
Right.
But that can be improved with crystals.
Right. Okay, so... And then, like, yeah, like, I take a few steps away, and because my body heat is less than 37 degrees, like, I'm already dying. And this feels like I should just be turning around and going back to the fire. So like the rate at which your body recovers heat is so low. Like, okay, I think it would really help to know how much wood the fire needs before it starts recovering your heat. Like, how much wood do I have to put on it before it reaches a temperature of 38 degrees Celsius?
Well, that constantly changes. Like the world gets colder, so you need more fire and stronger fire. So
okay,
I guess that's hard to say because that changes dynamically.
Well, even if it changes dynamically, if there was a number here that was like X out of Y, to let you know that, like, okay, so now I'm at a point where it looks like I need to have at least 24 wood on the fire. Anything less than 24 wood, and I'm gonna freeze to death. Okay, F. Okay, and then I have to hopefully eat some berries and try not to die. But yeah, that first blizzard is really, really tough to survive. So you haven't seen anyone else playing the game, but have you gotten any other comments or feedback on it?
I've got some comments. I guess the most comments all say that the atmosphere is really nice, but the gameplay is hard. Or the UI is confusing. That's like the main points.
Yeah, because I figure, like, because you can never heat up to a comfortable temperature, like you lose heat so quickly that it never, like you're sort of like clinging to the fire, and like if you have to have this much heat, this much wood in the fire in order to survive, like I guess I'm gonna go back now and try to keep fire alive. Yeah, I'm really wondering. It's really tricky. So Excavator saying this would be a very cool survival game. You survive with food and things. With this, you have type of fire mechanic. You have to explore the world and expand the fire. Yeah, like I think there's just that sort of critical barrier, and then okay, so it looks like the berry bushes have respawned at least. And it's sort of like not worth expanding when a blizzard's about to hit, right? Because yeah, there's another blizzard incoming, I figured. Alright. So, I also just have to hope that I can eat enough to survive and keep the fire up. So it really has nothing to do with... Okay, and then sit down near the fire. Also, if you can't sit until you're a certain distance away from the fire, I think that distance really needs to be shown, because it's weird when you press F and nothing happens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, when you have a certain distance from the fire that is like, you know, if you step outside of this range, like there's a really smooth fall off on the like gradient right now, and if I step this far, I'm already losing temperature, but I could still sit here, but even pressing F now does nothing, because you can only sit when there's a blizzard, I guess.
Yeah, only where there's a blizzard.
Okay. Why is it necessary to sit during a blizzard?
Well, while you're sitting down, you get more bonus from the fire and can survive better.
Yeah, so is there a reason that you can't do that all the time?
Not really.
Because I think that like one of two things could happen. Either you could scrap the mechanic of requiring to sit, and just make it so you have to be like extra close to the fire, like as close as possible. Or you could make it so that you could sit anywhere, anytime, and warm up faster. So if my core temperature is really low and I just need to like go up to a fire and sit down, then my core temperature will rise faster, and then I can get back up and start exploring and trying to push further. Oh, sorry, you gotta go. Sorry, go ahead. Can you repeat that? I still can't hear you.
Oh no.
Okay, maybe it's better now?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh. Just go.
Oh, no. No, we lost you again.
Just go problems. I guess that's a problem.
Sorry, I still can't hear you.
And what better? Oh.
No, it's still cutting out for some reason.
Yeah, that's odd.
Okay, now that was clear.
I don't know, I'm having problems today too.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, I wanted to say something, but I forgot.
Oh, sorry.
Something about the sitting mechanic. I guess it would make sense if you can sit anywhere at any time just to warm up faster.
Yeah. It looks like my core temperature is... It won't rise? What happened there?
That just means you're too cold, probably.
Okay, it seemed like I would... Like, if I'm sitting next to a fire like standing on the fire, it doesn't feel like I should be able to die, you know? It just felt like my inner temperature bar had gone below 0 and I couldn't see it, but it was still like further below the bar.
Yeah, I think that can happen. It can also go above the bar, I think.
Okay. So yeah, I think you have a bit of a sort of like feedback issue there where the player can't tell that the bar is going outside of what's actually visible in the range there. So either that bar should be absolute and you can't get any hotter than it or any colder than it. Like, I don't know, you absolutely can make it so that if you max out the bar or hit 0 on the bar, then it starts flashing red and you start losing health extra fast. Because I feel like that's happening already. Like, you're already losing health extra fast as a result of the bar being outside of the extremes, but numerically, I don't think the bar should increase or decrease any more than that, because if it's like beyond the visible range, then it's really hard to respond to that. Like, you don't know how. I guess you just have to keep sitting there until you actually see the bar visibly rise back onto the screen again.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. That's actually not supposed to be happening.
Okay. Well, yeah, I really wish I could experience more of the game, but it feels like no matter what I try, I'm stuck playing the beginning of it over and over again. So I should open the fire immediately and raise this up so that I'm actually getting my core temperature up to 37, make a fire kit, and still stay close to this fire while I'm recovering. How far away can I hit things from? So I'll try and chop some of these close by trees. And then I should try to go over here and immediately make a new... Wait. Oh, okay, I wasn't far enough away. Use, and then add wood to it. And then I should be cutting down more trees. You know, I'm doing my best to like try to play. Okay, so that's still adjusting that fire. Okay, that's another thing that you need to definitely do is make it so that you can tell how far away from another fire you need to be before you're able to craft a new one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, currently only the fire you want to access is being highlighted slightly, but that's
Okay.
easily visible.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily realize that that was the indicator. Okay, yeah, so as I pushed as far as I can, I made it 3 fires away, but now the blizzard is gonna happen again. I'm gonna lose all my progress.
Well, you only lose it temporarily. The fires only go out, they don't completely disappear.
Okay.
So you can recover from that instantly, like after the blizzard is over.
Okay.
If you have the fire kits.
Right. Oof. It's very challenging, and I don't think that you meant for it to be this beginner unfriendly. Like, I think it takes a few too many attempts at the game to properly understand what it is you're supposed to do.
Yeah, the beginning is definitely too hard. And once you're actually over the point of surviving okay, then it gets too easy.
Right, okay. So I guess it's the beginning of the game that needs to be made a little bit more forgiving, just so that new players can understand what to do, and then the difficulty has to ramp up faster, I guess. So
I guess there's not much content more after a certain point. Like, once you find enough of all the crystals, there's like end game stuff, and yeah, after that the world just gets colder over time. but you get stronger faster than the world gets colder. So
Right.
the longer you survive, the easier the game gets.
Yeah, okay, so I guess it's just a lot of difficulty tuning that's necessary to change things around so that a newer player will have an easier time of things. Oh my goodness, I barely managed to relight one fire. There's already another blizzard coming, and I'm gonna run out of food and I'm gonna starve. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't think I can get any further in the game. Like, I'm trying my best to try different things, but it's hard to convince myself to try to play things differently when I'm constantly seeing the meters on the side of the screen telling me like, hey, you're getting colder, hey, you're starving, hey, you're dying, and I just keep getting like psychologically conditioned to like retreat back to the fire and try to keep it alive. I can't think of expansion when I haven't even reached a point of survival, you know?
I guess that makes sense.
Like even right now, I'm going to probably, yeah, I'm gonna starve after the 2 blizzards. So I don't know. Do you want to talk a little bit about what your plans are for the game going forward?
Well, I guess currently we don't really have a plan, because we are actually working on remaking our GMTK project.
Okay, so
Maybe we'll visit that game again, but currently there's no plan for this game.
okay, 'cause I do think it's an interesting idea. Absolutely, I just think that it's very difficult to get to a point where you can understand like what you should be doing and how you should be playing to get further. So I guess I should leave these trees here actually and make fire kit, come out this way, use the fire kit, add wood to it, and then just keep on trying to push further. So I assume there are like unique tree sprites. Like I see another tree over there.
Yes, there are 3 different tree sprites that look unique.
Okay. I want to see if I can at least reach one of them. So do you have any ideas for what you might change to try to like flatten out the difficulty curve of the game?
Maybe the first blizzard should be come a lot later.
Mm-hmm.
So you have some time to like the character can speak already, so he could explain how to survive, and the beginning could be easier. That could definitely be one change. And in general, the character could give more feedback, like to help for some small stuff.
Yeah, I think that all of that would certainly help. Like, if the overall pace of the game was slowed down and you weren't like dying immediately, like I can almost imagine a version of the game where like you start the game and it's still daytime and you get a little bit of time to like not be in constant threat of freezing and have the opportunity to like get familiar with the mechanics of the game just a little bit before. Well, I was able to collect 1 gem, but I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, I never recovered after that first blizzard. Oh, jeez. Yeah, and the berries don't sustain you for very long, so I wish I could see more of the game, but I guess there you go. You've at least been able to see how much difficulty a new player might be having with it. I hope other players are having better luck than I am. Maybe I'm just too cautious when I play these types of resource limitation games.
I hope so too, but it's interesting to see you playing.
Yeah, and you know, as a general thing, I don't play many of these types of survival games. Like, anytime I do, I'm always concerned with like, let's make sure my health is full and my like warmth is as high as it can be, before I think about exploring and expanding. I don't necessarily think about if I was going to do some kind of risk reward where I would know that it's easier to survive if I just try to push a little further, I guess I would need to get a better sense of feedback of what the trade-off is. Like what is my potential reward that'll make it worth the risk, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's also no way explained that the trees get bigger the further you're away.
Yeah, like if I hadn't known that from you telling me about it, that's why I was sort of thinking about the idea that like you have to survive until an initial nightfall, and that gives you a bit of time to walk around without having to worry about your health. As long as you have a compass or something pointing back to your spawning flame, because I can imagine the player getting lost or like wandering too far. Yeah, there's a lot. It's tough to balance an experience like this. But yeah, thank you so much for submitting it to the stream, and I'm sorry about the sort of technical issues at the beginning there, but I'm glad that we were able to chat about the game. And yeah, if you do want to discuss anything any further, if you do end up making plans to continue the game further, then yeah, I'd be happy to see it.
Thanks. Then thanks for having me, and sorry for my technical difficulties.
That's just regular old internet being intermittent. Like, yeah, it's not a problem, but things were way worse on my end, so yeah, don't even worry about it. All right, well, have a good night, and hopefully we'll get to chat again soon.
Yeah, thanks. Good night, good day.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.